Okay, so quite a few of you have come across to me and asked what it is I do on my daily basis to have gotten me to where I am as an energy healer, an angel intuitive, and a medium. Oh man, it's been years. I am almost 28, and I actually have a very long life story that backs a lot of these different gifts coming back up and interest triggering what I wanted to expand on spiritually. All right, so when I was a really little girl, I had all of these gifts. To my knowledge that I was aware of, I had these gifts. Intuitively, clairvoyance was a big one. I could hear, and I didn't know that I was hearing things that weren't really there, like I do now. I hear beeps and I'll look around and I'm like, what alarm was that? Anyways, I didn't really know what it was. I tried to expand on it, but I was taught that anything of the other side, any witchcraft type gifts were of the devil and Satan, and you're going to hell. And so I eventually just started shutting them down and pulling away from what I was really into, because I wasn't allowed to study and expand on it. So I shut it down. And sadly, when you shut it down, it really does close, and you kind of forget that part of you until somehow something triggers it and you're back to where you were and you're excited. I was like a sponge. In 2014, I became an obsessed sponge of anything spiritual. I searched Google until it was dry. I annoyed every pagan, witch, and Buddhist website, Facebook page I could possibly come across. I got kicked off of a few of them because I was so persistent, and then I was also very picky, I guess. I wanted an answer, and if I didn't get the answer, you didn't give me the answer, I would tell you didn't give me the answer, and then you get annoyed. They would get annoyed because they weren't giving me what I needed, and they didn't want to be called, that they didn't really know what they were talking about. And so anyways, I got really, really frustrated. Those are the times that I'm telling you that I got like frustrated, sad, upset, distraught, depressed. I was so lost. I would cry. I was so frustrated because everything I was trying to come across and study just wasn't coming in. I will tell you though, during that time, I was on a path of finding my truth. There are times that people will go through and just search. Whatever you call it, whether finding what you're supposed to believe in or what you're supposed to follow, I also consider that also an awakening. I've had two, if I want to be real here. I had one in 2014 when I tracked down a Reiki master, and we started working together, and I got my Reiki 1, 2, and Reiki 3, also the Reiki master. And I was signed off, and I got everything that I wanted. I still was in a really bad marriage that was suppressing everything that was supposed to be good for me. I was trying so hard. I was meditating every day when in all reality I was just pushing myself farther down into this abyss. I was buying stones. I was contacting witches. I was talking to Reiki healers. I was going to any intuitive. I was paying money out the ass. I was talking to anybody that would possibly give me the guidance and the answers and the solace and the feeling of love that I could come across. Anybody that would fulfill that emptiness in my soul, I was chasing after. I eventually got out of my bad marriage, which started opening up, tracking down more of who I was and what I wanted. I actually went through a time where I just threw everything away. Not literally in the trash, but just, I don't believe in this, it's fake. Mainly because I had a marriage that was very devastating and crushed me as far as spiritual aspects went. Long story. But I decided that none of that was real. I didn't want anything to do with it. It caused nothing but pain and confusion. I was done. So I went on my way, figuring out my life, and had forgotten, quite honestly, about any of this. Forgotten that I was a healer, moved on, did my thing. A few years later, this is now 2017, about June, I started just reading my books again, and I have mountains of books. That's like all I buy are spiritual books by certain authors, and I just started reading, and it started re-triggering the things that I knew, almost like a muscle memory. Everything just started blossoming back up, and I started creating a passion and an obsession in a healthy way where I was reading, eating, praying, manifesting, talking to the good, healthy people in and out of places where I could possibly get a little piece of information that would feed what I needed for the next step. I've been a Reiki healer, a Reiki master, and I consider myself an energy healer, not a Reiki healer, because I work with many different aspects of the energy side to life, along with many other vibrations and frequencies, which are all the same thing. So as an energy healer, I didn't start working on people till probably June or July of 2017, okay? This is what's probably going to be a little shocking to you guys, is that all of these gifts didn't start pouring into me until last 2017, like just a few months ago. I have progressed as the healer that I am. I have studied so much. I've been online classes, talking to other healers and other mediums and psychics. A psychic would be an intuitive, and gaining all the information I can. So there, 2017, as a healer, really actively moving in and clairvoyantly using my gifts. Clairvoyance, you see the pictures in your mind, which I think the more I was using Reiki, the more I was activating my gifts, the more I was pulling in source energy where all of those gifts lay, that unblock the human blocks in your chakras and your auras. I just started pulling in who I was supposed to be, because I was actually opening up and cleansing those portholes. As an angel intuitive, I guess I've always been one. I just didn't know, because I hadn't taken the time to expand myself on angels. To be completely honest, these angel readings that I do for you guys, and teaching you about the other angels and working with the angels myself, I really didn't even hardly know anything about them or study about them until August 2017. Nuts. It's crazy. Y'all think I've probably been doing this for years and I'm some advanced person that meditates 3 hours a day. No. In fact, my meditation techniques is maybe 5 minutes a week. It's terrible, especially when I'm pressing you all need to meditate. I meditate at the moment that I feel it is needed. A few minutes in the morning, a few minutes at night, if that. I have more of a clairvoyant connection, where the meditation quiets the stress of all the writings and the teachings and videos that I put up for you guys, but I can still see them. I can still talk to them, hear them when I need them on the spot. The messages from my angel readings are brought to me through the cards. I actually, when I do your reading, I pull you into a room with your picture, which I always ask for your pictures. Put your picture on the wall so I can see you, and then I say to those guides, come in, sitting around this table, and I see my shelf shuffling cards, and I say, pull the card that you want the message to be for that person and put it on the table. And it always happens. A card always comes out and lands on the table somewhere. And that's the message for you, which is why they're always accurate, because on the other side, they're actually bringing the messages from those decks to give you the message you need to hear. It's not me. I'm just the messenger. I'm just the human on here that's transferring everything you need to hear. And as a medium, again, I didn't know I had this gift till about 3 weeks ago. So it all corresponds with the energy healing coming in and removing the blocks. Being intuitive and opening all of those gifts, which is clairvoyance is one of those intuitive gifts. You look up the clairs, those are intuitive gifts. And as a medium, I'm using the clairvoyant gift to see the other side, and all the other clairvoyant gifts to hear, to feel, and connect. I don't make it up, obviously. I really truly do see, but it's not always easy. And it may seem sometimes that a medium is making it up, but we only get bits and pieces because our rational mind wants to make a sentence out of something that they have said over there that didn't quite make sense. Like, for me, I will hear, oh, I don't know, I've had readings come through and I'm like, well, what does that mean? And I'll say it to the other person and they'll go, oh my God, that means so much to me, that he said this and he said that. And I'm like, okay. And then there's times where I'll go, ooh, what is this? And I'll change the word and it won't resonate. So then I'll tell them the word that I originally got and it makes sense to them. I'm like, okay. I only give what I hear, and even then I only give what I exactly hear, which is really hard. It is fuzzy, it is clouded on the other side, and if I get bits and pieces of anything, it's like an arm, and then the shirt kind of forms on, and the shirt disappears, and the pants appear. It's not easy. It's not easy for me, maybe because I've only been doing it for about a month, 3 weeks. I will give you guys the gist of what I was doing to get me where I'm at today. And I can't tell you if it's happened over the course of years or if it's only happened in the last like few weeks since 2018 turned over. 2018 is a huge year for you to teach what you've learned. And I went through some crazy breakdowns in 2017. I'm assuming 2 awakenings. One that jolted me to the point of, who am I? I wanted to start life over. Like I literally wanted to just go back as a baby, keep the information I had, and just start over. June 2017, I went through a diet. I didn't know what I was doing was considered like an angel diet. It's where you cleanse yourself of sugars, caffeines, alcohol, anything that suppresses the vibrations that are needed for them to channel the information into you. I came out, and one of my second video on YouTube came out just feeling amazing, clean, healthy, good about myself. Meditation, like I said, I don't do it very often. Don't stress that you need to meditate. That will tear you guys up because you're going to go, oh my God, I'm not getting anywhere. It's not working. Angels are going to talk to you in any way that you understand. If you say, I need guidance here, guess what? The next book may fall off the shelf and there's your guidance. A person may walk up and start talking about the same conversation you might have just had and have maybe a direction that you can go. It has to do with paying attention to your surroundings, being aware and waiting for it to happen, but not pushing it to happen. And one of the biggest things I did was I let it go. I didn't expect something drastic. I let it go. I just went through life. I studied. I prayed. I talked to my angels. I just let it go. That might be a little harder to explain, as I do have another video coming up about that at some point. Letting go is just not having the need, not having the desire for it, not pushing for it to happen. Just, this is what I want, let it go. I did a lot of reading, a lot of studying, a lot of online courses. I went around town. I was contacting anybody I could. I was annoying people to the point they wouldn't talk to me anymore. But I was that person who, if I was setting out for an answer, I'm going to get that answer. I don't care how I get it. Someone's going to give it to me. Somehow I'm going to find it. I want to be that person for you people. If you guys have to bug the hell out of me to find that answer, get it from me, or I'll lead you somewhere else that you can get it, because I know how frustrating and depressing it can be to be stuck spiritually. A person spiritually should never be stuck. Your soul should always be moving forward. So if you come to that point where you are looking for your truth and you are lost, send people my way. You come my way, because I will do my best to not let you suffer like I did. Prayer and intent is huge. Intent is everything. You want something, see it, you let it go, you let it come. I always did a lot of reading. I mean, Doreen Virtue is a huge author to me. Sylvia Brown, all of these for beginner books that I got from all over the libraries, bookstores. Esther and Abraham Hicks. Oh, there's so many books. Those are my favorite authors, and I own like almost all of what they have. I was always positive. I decided to go through Christy Marie Sheldon's classes, and it started to awaken in me, or set the awareness that what I was attracting in my life was actually resonating and becoming a part of me. So if I was upset about something really petty, I should have taken that feeling, decided to discard it, turn it into something positive if I needed, and not let it enter into my being. That was the first step, and that was like October of 2017. Then November, I read 10 Messages Your Angels Want You to Know from Doreen Virtue. I had a serious awakening, almost lost my husband. Life was flipped upside down. I didn't know who I was. If you've not had an awakening, you really, truly do not know what it's like to go through that entire identity loss. I had no clue who I was, and that's why I said I wanted to just go back and be a baby and start over. I was so lost. I came out of it. I'm where I'm at today, and quite honestly, I'm at where I'm at today because it was meant to be. It was supposed to happen now after I went through the changes. I don't know when that will happen for you, and I can't tell you when. You will know, and everything will start to blossom. Keep positive. Set your intent. Work with your angels. Whether you hear them or not, something will show up out there. Maybe something I say will help you. Contact me and I'll help you in any way I can. Do not sit there and force it. Let it go. Say, this is what I want. Let it come to you. When the time is right, you cannot be a half-assed teacher. Those things have to come to you so that you can be the person to guide the next person where they need to be. I think that's it. I had one more thing to say, but I can't remember it now. And I figure if it's important, it'll come to me before I hang up.